Hi everyone. In a deeply emotional and eye-opening revelation that has left the gospel community and millions of fans around the world stunned, Bishop Marvin Sapp's family has finally broken their silence regarding his health, addressing weeks of speculation, social media rumors, and growing public concern about the beloved singer, pastor, and spiritual leader. Known for his powerful voice, inspirational ministry, and songs that have carried people through some of life's darkest storms, like Never Would Have Made It, The Best in Me and My Testimony, Marvin Sapp has long been a beacon of hope for countless believers around the world. Yet behind the pulpit smiles, flawless performances, and words of encouragement that have uplifted millions, a quiet storm has been brewing in his personal life. His family's recent statement reveals the heartbreaking truth. Marvin has been silently battling health challenges that have taken both a physical and emotional toll, and the weight of that struggle has now come into the light. For the first time, those closest to him are speaking candidly about what he's been going through, the strength that keeps him going, and how faith has remained his anchor in the face of unimaginable trials. Marvin Sapp's story has always been one of triumph through tragedy. From his early beginnings in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where he grew up singing in church, to his rise as a member of the gospel group Commissioned, and later as a solo artist, he has lived his life in service to God and others. But many forget that Marvin's success came with unimaginable loss. When his wife, Dr. Melinda Sapp, passed away from colon cancer in 2010, Marvin was left a widower and a single father to their 3 children. That season of heartbreak nearly destroyed him, yet it also gave birth to some of his most powerful ministry moments. Never Would Have Made It, the anthem that swept across the world, was written during his time of grief, and for over a decade, it has become the soundtrack to countless testimonies of survival. But now, the man who helped millions find hope in their pain is facing his own battle. And this time, it's his family who is lifting him up in prayer and speaking out on his behalf. According to sources close to the family, and an official statement shared through his ministry team, Bishop Sapp has been quietly dealing with a series of health complications brought on by years of overwork, stress, and exhaustion. His demanding schedule as both a recording artist and senior pastor of the Chosen Vessel Cathedral in Fort Worth, Texas, has taken a heavy toll on his body. He's been giving of himself non-stop for years, one family member explained. Preaching, traveling, recording, counseling, leading a congregation. It's a calling, but it's also draining. And sometimes, even the strongest need to rest, those words echo a truth that often goes unspoken in the world of ministry. That spiritual leaders who pour into others constantly sometimes neglect their own health in the process. His children, who have largely stayed out of the public eye since their mother's passing, have now stepped forward with heartfelt words about their father's condition. In an emotional message shared online, his daughter wrote, "My dad has always been our rock. We've watched him push through things most people wouldn't survive, but right now, he needs prayers, not pressure. He's human, too." Those words hit home for fans who have long seen Bishop Sapp as an unstoppable force, a man whose faith could overcome anything. But this moment, his family insists, is a reminder that even the most anointed need grace, rest, and healing. In their statement, the Sapp family made it clear that while Marvin is not in critical condition, his health scare served as a major wake-up call. He had reportedly been ignoring symptoms of fatigue and other complications for months, brushing them off as part of the price of hard work. But after a recent health emergency that required hospitalization, his doctors and loved ones urged him to take a step back. "He's always been the one telling others to slow down, to take care of themselves," one close friend said. But he wasn't taking his own advice. When you're so used to being the strong one, it's hard to admit shaken the gospel community, prompting an outpouring of support from fans, pastors, and fellow artists. Gospel legends like Kirk Franklin, Donnie McClurkin, and Tamala Mann have all sent public messages of love and prayers for healing. "We love you, Bishop," Franklin wrote in a social media post. You've carried us through with your voice for years. Now let us carry you with our prayers. The sentiment has been echoed by thousands of fans who have flooded his ministry pages with messages of gratitude, sharing stories of how Marvin's music helped them survive heartbreak, illness, and despair. Many see this as a divine moment to give back to the man who has given so much to others. Behind closed doors, however, the family has been dealing with the emotional toll of seeing their patriarch struggle. His son, in a rare interview, described the past few months as both scary and humbling. "My dad's faith never wavered," he said. "Even when he was weak, he was praying for other people in the hospital. That's who he is." He kept saying, "God's not done with me yet." And we believe that. Indeed, despite his health issues, Marvin's unwavering faith remains his foundation. Sources close to him reveal that he's been spending more time in prayer and reflection, reading scripture, and surrounding himself with family. He's also reportedly making major lifestyle changes, cutting back on his schedule, adjusting his diet, and prioritizing his health in ways he never has before. For those who know Marvin Sapp personally, this health crisis is more than just a moment of concern. It's a mirror reflecting the sacrifices that so many leaders make in service to others. As one of his ministry colleagues put it, people forget that pastors bleed too. They hurt, they get tired, they get sick. But because they're called to serve, they often push past their limits. Marvin's learning now that even shepherds need rest. The family echoed this sentiment in their message, urging fans to allow Marvin the space to recover without speculation or gossip. "We ask that everyone continue to pray and respect our privacy as he heals," the statement read. "He's in good spirits and surrounded by love." Meanwhile, Marvin himself, though not appearing publicly, has reportedly sent a short message to his congregation, thanking them for their support. In true Sapp fashion, his words were filled with hope and faith. "This is just another test that will become a testimony," he wrote. "God is still good, and he's still faithful." Those who know him say that message sums up exactly who he is, a man who finds purpose in pain and strength in surrender. Many fans have pointed out the haunting parallels between this moment and Marvin's past, the way he turned his grief over his wife's death into a message of hope for others. "He taught us what resilience looks like," one longtime fan wrote. "Now it's our turn to cover him in the same faith he's given us." And that's exactly what's happening. Across churches, social media platforms, and gospel radio stations, people are praying for Bishop Sapp's full recovery, calling it a divine opportunity to unite in faith. His family, meanwhile, is standing firm by his side. They've described this time as both a trial and a blessing, saying that it has brought them closer than ever. "We've realized how precious life is," his daughter said. "We take so much for granted, the little things, the laughter, the time together. This experience reminded us to slow down, to appreciate each moment. Dad's health scare wasn't just about his body. It was a message to our whole family to cherish every breath." As of now, Bishop Sapp is said to be resting and recovering at home following his doctor's recommendations. Though no official timeline for his return to the pulpit has been announced, his ministry team assures supporters that he is focused on healing and letting God do the rest. For a man whose entire life has been about ministering to others, this season marks a new chapter, one where he must allow himself to be ministered to. In closing, the Sapp family left a message that has touched countless hearts. "Through every trial, our family has seen the hand of God. This is no different. We know that Bishop Marvin Sapp has more songs to sing, more sermons to preach, and more lives to touch. But right now, he's taking time to let God restore him." Their words, filled with both faith and vulnerability, reflect the spirit of a family grounded in grace. The world continues to pray for Bishop Marvin Sapp, this giant of gospel music, this devoted father and faithful servant. It's clear that his legacy of faith and endurance will continue to inspire generations. He once sang, "I made it through my storm and my test because you were there." Now, as he faces his own storm, The very lyrics that brought him fame have come full circle. And if history has taught us anything about Marvin Sapp, it's that he won't stay down for long. His life has always been a living testimony that God can bring beauty out of brokenness. And when he returns to the stage or the pulpit, you can be sure that his message will be even more powerful than before. Until then, the world watches, prays, and waits, trusting that the man who helped us all believe in miracles will experience one of his own. Thanks for watching.